UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Standby. Number 2.
A very good evening and welcome to UBC News Tonight. Today on the 20th of October 2024. My name is Sharon Chomdusha. Now, the Vice President, Jessica Lupo, has commended the founder and investor of the Mbale Industrial Park for the contribution in addressing unemployment in Mbale City. She was opening a 2-day trade exhibition at Sino Mbale Track Park on 18th October 2024.
The Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Her Excellency, retired Major Jessica Alupo, promised government support to further development of the Sino Mbale Industrial Park through incentives and thanked the founders for providing employment and market to the local produce.
The factories here that are producing different products, including textiles, electronics, steel products, and several other products, and creating over 6,000 jobs is a testament of the economic progress that our country is making. I am particularly happy and encouraged by the fact that some of the products from this industrial park are exported to the East African community neighbors like Kenya, Tanzania, South Sudan, and DRC, Congo, supporting our policy of export promotion and import substitution. This is a strategic reversal of events where Uganda was exporting jobs to other countries through export of unprocessed goods, and therefore I commend the manufacturers here who are helping the country close the importation gap while growing our export trade.
Mbale City Woman Member of Parliament, Connie Gadiwango Nakayenze, thanked the founders of the park for employing very many Ugandans.
The first thing that I want to appreciate God for is that we have this industrial park. And this industrial park, in one way or another, has contributed to the improvement of livelihoods in our communities, basically due to the employment. Basically, before this industrial park, most of our youths were unemployed and would stay redundant and may be involved in themselves in criminal acts.
With over 50 industries in the park, numerous jobs and market to local produce has improved with new factories having been constructed.
EMX rebars, it is one of the best in the market, and it has a competitive advantage over the market. The beauty is that it can be bent very well. It has higher elongation. It has high resistance to earthquakes, which makes it different from what other rebars on the market.
We are a trading company, trading in most of the locally manufactured products within Uganda. We also distribute a few products that are made from the industrial park here, the Sino Mbale, like for example Chint, and then a few bars that are being manufactured from here.
Currently, I should say we have a very good stand because we are in position to manufacture and assemble meters that can serve the rest of Uganda. So we really call upon the government to come and support us in terms of business. Thanks for initiating the Bubu Build Uganda, Buy Uganda. We are here to serve you. Chint meters and electrical Uganda.
The Mbale Industrial Park is one of the 22 industrial parks in Uganda that have greatly contributed to industrial revolution. Reporting for UBC News from Mbale Sino Industrial Park, I'm Charity Nahabwe.
The Bishop of North Ankole Diocese, Reverend Canon Alfred Mohozi, has discouraged youth from misusing social media platforms, but to use them for development projects like research and studies. The call comes following a government plan to equip all public schools with computer laboratories and computers, laptops and iPads under the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. Bishop Alfred Mohozi made the revelation at Hotel Triangle in Mbara City, where he launched the North Ankole Anglican Youth Missioners Mbara.
Over 300 youth from North Ankole Diocese conducted a fellowship at Hotel Triangle in Mbara City and launched their association, the North Ankole Anglican Youth Missioners.
North Ankole Anglican Youth Missioners have a branch in Mbara,
The Bishop of North Ankole Diocese, Reverend Canon Alfred Mohozi, was the chief guest. During his sermon to a congregation of youths, he appreciated them for uniting with the aim of praising God and cautioned them on the dangers of misusing social media. Appealed to the youths to use the different social media platforms for research, innovations and studies. Misuse of social media platforms in Uganda tantamounts to criminality and punishable under the Computer Misuse Act 2018.
Social media is good, but if you misuse it, it can spoil it. Therefore, I encourage and advise that they should be careful.
Bishop Mohozi's appeal to the youth follows the government's Marshall Plan to equip public school computer laboratories with computers, laptops and iPads under the new O-level and A-level curriculum calls for hands-on skills and ICT innovations. The project will be implemented by the Line Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, with the NITA Uganda as the lead agency.
The technology that we are using, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, please, there is a lot of pornography. I advise that they should avoid.
Philanthropist Ruth Rujochi Mushaba asked and appealed to the youth to be disciplined and embrace government initiatives for the fourth industrial IT revolution.
And I ask them to continue to invite their friends so that we all keep before the Lord in all our activities and their purposes, be guided by God. And I want to tell them that this is something they cannot learn from books, they cannot learn from internet. Discipline and fear of the Lord will take them to places they did not even know or dreamt about.
At the function, Ruth Rujochi broke silence about her political ambitions to represent women in Chiruhura district in the 12th Parliament, in line with the NRM principles and values.
My manifesto does not differ much from the NRM manifesto. The only difference is I am already doing, as a private person in manufacturing and value addition, what the president is always telling us about. And I want the youth to know that you will get education, but you can do something for yourself. And I hope that I'll get an opportunity to explain further in my manifesto.
For UBC News, I'm Charity Nahabwe and Nelson.
In more news, the Chancellor of Uganda Martyrs University, Nkozi Bishop, Dr. Anthony Ziwa, has tasked graduates to be agents of change in the community, borrowing from their leaf of education. This was during the graduation ceremony at Uganda Martyrs University main campus, in which over 2,000 received awards in different disciplines.
Senior academic staff, the professors are there, the heads of the...
After a long period of concentration, Uganda Martyrs University Nkozi has graduated over 2,000 in different disciplines. The Chancellor of Uganda Martyrs University Nkozi, Bishop Anthony Ziwa, says Uganda Episcopal Conference thought it wise to name this university before the Uganda Martyrs, and that's why today it's exactly the same date in 1964 when Uganda Martyrs were canonized as saint in Rome.
Dear graduates, always bravely stand up for justice. The use of human rights is rampant today in many parts of the world. This is reflected in scenes of domestic violence, child abuse, gender demasculation and exploitation, racism and tribalism, which is embedded in all disciplines here at Uganda Martyrs University, is intended to mold an all-round graduate well equipped with ethical values. My prayer for you, dear graduates, is to be defenders of and advocates for human rights and justice. Go forth, we are sending you out from this place.
The Vice Chancellor Patrick Chamanywa said that Uganda Martyrs University is passing out 54.7 females, the biggest number of graduates since its inception.
The world is looking for problem solvers and job creators, not problem causers and job seekers. Go out there, try to identify at least one problem people want to be solved in your community or globally and offer a solution. Do less than your best in whatever you commit to. Lifelong learners, dream, be daring, be ambitious, and willing to stretch your abilities.
Professor Chamanywa also told the congregation that university has participated in a number of research work which has attracted funding to this institution of higher learning.
Courage as they faithfully proclaim your truth. Strengthen them in holiness, protect them from all harm.
The graduation ceremony started with a holy mass led by Archbishop of Gulu, Archdiocese, Archbishop Wekorachi.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I confer to you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa of Uganda Martyrs University.
Retired Archbishop of Gulu, John Baptist Odama, and Fabian Kasi, Managing Director, Centenary Bank Uganda Limited, received honorary PhDs for their outstanding achievements.
The Ministry of Health, working with partners like the United Nations Children's Fund, has implemented a number of interventions in the West Nile sub-region to improve newborn survival and reduce maternal deaths. These interventions include the setting up of neonatal intensive care units and high dependency units for mothers, refurbishing of operating theatres, and provision of resuscitation equipment for babies.
In the last 5 years, UNICEF, with funding from the Swedish government, has been working with the Ministry of Health and other health partners to support the health systems in the West Nile sub-region to improve newborn survival, but also reduce maternal mortality. The interventions include setting up of neonatal intensive care units and high dependence units for mothers, refurbishment of operating theatres, and provision of resuscitation equipment for babies. The Arua Regional Referral Hospital and Neonatal Intensive Unit is among the 25 baby care centers established in the West Nile sub-region, and since 2017, the number of babies who access such centers has increased from 600 to 5,000 annually.
This place was called the Gyne Ward, but we diverted it to Neonatal Care Unit. Since then, we have admitted so many babies, around 13,000 since that time, and the survival rate is around 85–95%. We admit very many types of babies. We admit babies with severe birth asphyxia, neonatal sepsis. We admit also babies who are preterm like this. Per day in the ward we can have like 30 babies, and per month we admit like 120 average.
We have seen that survival in the unit is improving, especially for the preterm small babies, from figures in the range of about 74 to 75%. By the time the support started, we have seen progressive increase to, by last financial year, to about 83%.
So over the years, we've seen that more children are being admitted into the newborn care units compared to the time before this program started. Before, we were seeing about 400 children in a year getting admitted to these units, but we are currently seeing over 5,000 children coming through these units in the entire region. So we see services reaching to more people.
With the Ministry of Health maternal death audits, these maternal and child health interventions have helped to reduce the number of mothers who die during childbirth.
Maternal death is going down. That's what I should tell you. It started from very high, around 500, remember in the statistic we are shown, to 100,000 live births. Now it is coming down to 200. That is institutional here, but if you look at the region, when they put all the denominators of the mother's delivery all over the health station, it's quite low. Now, these days, we are seeing some months even we don't get maternal death.
But the most game changer, that I think what we can say the biggest game changer is the processes that we have instituted in review, maternal reviews. Any woman who dies, we must interrogate why the person died, and everybody who participated must explain, and all of us, we bring together leaders, we bring together the health workers to discuss those cases so that we learn from the mistakes or we learn from whatever has happened.
However, government has been urged to expedite the process of filling human resource gaps under the new staffing structure.
Ideally, this should have been one staff handling the two babies, because these are people who don't tell their problems. You have to find out their problems. So if you don't find out, you will not know. You only find when they have died.
Human resource is an issue, it is true, but at least the few we have, they are really trained and they are skilled. We believe that the shortage is going to be corrected, solved soon, because the government has improved the staffing structure. Our staffing structure has been raised from 380 to 1,100.
Overall, newborn and maternal health interventions by UNICEF to West Nile, with support from the Swedish government, have helped to improve health outcomes for both children and mothers.
Residents of Gomba in Nakaseke district have expressed concerns about the incomplete roads and water projects in the area, urging the government to step in and provide support.
Despite the government constructing a modern bridge and starting the construction of Ngoma City Secondary School, the communities complain of poor roads and water.
This is Madari, but we faced so many challenges like shortage of power. We have a problem of shortage of power. Whenever rain starts raining, we don't get power. So we use generators, and the generators consume a lot of fuel.
Kwa government ya FNRM
mu bimu ku byegenze ekola ewaffe of course bingi naye waliwo bye tutasobola kubuusa maaso. Tukoledde entindo, tukoledde amasomero wadde nga bikyabulamu naye tusiima.
Ngoma's economy heavily depends on cattle keeping, milk production and farming. These activities, as explained by the area member of parliament Honorable Nyongore Enoch, are critical for the residents' livelihoods.
Dairy farming. These are meant to have only milk. They are no much value to the beef, but gene of this, I got it from NADS. And NADS, I want to appreciate, though we are taking it, but NADS has done a lot, but only that people are not following up. So I got NADS from Brigade, I made these, they call it plantings. Got it from General Brigadier General Buma, who gave me. It was like 200.
However, inadequate infrastructure, especially roads, hampers the ability of farmers to transport their goods to nearby trading centers, such as Nakasongola, making it difficult for them to thrive economically.
Poor roads. The roads are poor. In fact, that's why people are using jerry cans. If we had like good roads, we'd be using cans, which would improve the quality of the milk. To the government is to help us construct good roads, improve on the power supply. For us, we'll be good to go.
Although the residents appreciate the new bridge, they want the Stoldy Water project completed and roads improved to facilitate movement of goods.
Through Ministry of Water, directed that we should have water from the underground. It was drilled from Gomba, but now here it is like 2 kilometers where the tank is. But now, because of inadequacy of resources, they haven't yet finished.
Mwaiva Njuko and Jamilu Sekaja for UBC.
Reduction in relief to refugees in northern Uganda from the central government has affected a number of projects aimed at empowering and reviving economic stability in the northern part of the country, leaving some less privileged northerners in poverty. Action for Strengthening Partnerships in Inclusion, Resilience and Education project is empowering refugees and host communities in northern Uganda.
In an effort to improve livelihoods, food security, peace building, resilience, inclusion and education for refugees in northern Uganda, ADRA Uganda, in partnership with NORAD, has launched the Action for Strengthening Partnerships in Inclusion, Resilience and Education project. This 5-year initiative addresses challenges faced by refugees, including the drastic drop in food rations, climate change effects, and limited livelihood opportunities. The project manager Sambu Sinje told journalists that the onus is to improve food security, skilling, agribusiness, peace building and psychosocial support to over 1.5 million people.
We are looking at the farming group which is establishing rice, and we have supported them with the narrow rice 2 variety, which is an improved variety provided by the National Agricultural Research Institute. So it's always our culture to promote the high value crops which can be able to get market and the groups can be able to sell and also preserve some seeds for the next planting season.
Very thankful to ADRA that of recent it has come to our rescue by visiting us and bringing for us this solar water pump, which at least has given us a bit of hope in the future that we'll be able to irrigate our crops.
Livelihood Officer Otoronan Aliro says community will be engaged to enhance food access for refugees, improve school feeding programs.
With funding from NORAD, we are implementing this 5-year project, which is aimed at boosting food production using climate-smart agriculture. In this particular aspect, this group was supported with in vegetable production, where as a group, we mobilize especially individuals who are in category 2 and category 3 that happened due to the rationing of food and reduction in the food ratio by World Food Program. This individual is able to harvest at least 1.5 million from from this cabbage. And our expectation is that he is able to extend this garden and replicate what he has gotten here in other gardens.
Leaders in the district, including LC5 chairperson Honorable Asiku Abdul Mutwali, say the initiative highlighting mechanized farming to address food productivity.
I therefore want to thank ADRA for coming up with the project called Aspire, which is targeting food production and addressing food security and also the complete market chain. The issue of food security has become a very serious concern, especially when you are addressing issues to do with the humanitarian needs.
I am Chibedi Bashir and Stephen Kayumba for UBC.
Kautemba village in Chegonza sub-county lacks health services, yet learners have to walk a long distance to access education. Rotary Club of Bukoto has constructed Kautemba Health Center to provide health services to Gomba residents.
Rotary Club of Bukoto has responded to the need of Kautemba village in Gomba district to support children access education and residents get health services. Residents of Gomba say access to health services is hard. The district governor, 9213, Ani Mukutu, says Rotary will improve access to social infrastructure through constructing health facilities and school.
A member of the Rotary Club of Bukoto, her and her husband built the first church that you've seen here, a small church here. And while interacting with the community from which the Rutaya family hails, she brought it to the attention of the club that there were very many needs in this community, that many children had to walk long miles to access education. People from this community have to walk long miles to access health services. And of course, there are so many problems that they encounter, including safety issues for the children when they are walking very long distances.
He encourages parents to utilize the facilities.
Our duty is to help communities, to help less advantaged people, and to ensure that they have equal access to services. But we encourage and we urge the parents. But this time, let us use the materials that you've been given for the rightful purpose.
And we found that the place needed a lot of support, was in their need. So we started with this block and we constructed a school. We've since expanded our intervention to include the school blocks, a whole primary school. We've put up infrastructure for a health center. So we are intervening in the 7 areas of focus to ensure that we create transformation for this area.
Residents of Gomba received free medical services and a donation of blankets, mosquito nets to pregnant mothers.
We wish to thank the Rotary Club for having provided all this, especially this day where they are holding a health camp. Many people have gathered here.
Breathing. To be a winner, you must breathe only when necessary. Breathing is for losers. What is that? Did I give you permission to sweat? You can sweat in your free time. Push the arms straight.
Winning is hard, but with MTN Momo, it's easy. Simply pay or shop with Momo for a chance to win mobile money every day. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229# to register. Wendy Wanawoli.
In preparation for the by-election of the District Woman Representative to Parliament for Kisoro District and councillors on various local government councils in the district where vacancies exist, the Electoral Commission has appointed the 14th of October to the 23rd of October 2024 as the period for display of the National Voters Register. The display of the voters register shall begin at 8 a.m. and end at 6 p.m. each day, including weekends, at each polling station in Kisoro District. The purpose of this display exercise is to enable voters to check for the correctness of their particulars on the voters register, raise objections to the inclusion and/or removal of a voter's particulars from the register, report to the display officer the following categories of persons if they appear on the register for removal: those who have died, those who are under 18 years of age, those who reside or originate from a parish other than the one they are registered in, and those who appear more than once on the voters register. After the display exercise, the lists of all persons recommended for deletion from or inclusion on the register will be displayed from the 23rd to the 28th of October 2024 at the respective parish or ward headquarters. The purpose for this supplementary display exercise is to enable any person who may have been wrongly recommended for deletion to raise an objection to the parish tribunal, which shall consider and make the final decision concerning recommendations for inclusion, deletion or corrections made by the public. The general public should carefully note the following: fresh applications for registration as a voter or applications for transfer to another voting location shall not be accepted during this display exercise. This display exercise shall be conducted with utmost impartiality, and officials shall allow any interested member of the public, including agents of political parties, to witness the exercise. This is an important exercise which could determine whether you vote on polling day or not. Therefore, come and check for the correctness of your particulars on the register.
Stop breathing. To be a winner, you must breathe only when necessary. Breathing is for losers. What is that? Did I give you permission to sweat? You can sweat in your free time. Push the arms straight.
Winning is hard, but with MTN Momo, it's easy. Simply pay or shop with Momo for a chance to win mobile money every day. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. State Minister for Youth and Children Affairs, Balam Bargahara, has encouraged youth, especially young women, to engage in sports and consider it a viable employment opportunity. He assured them of government support for event organizers to promote such initiatives. Now, of course, Balam made the remarks during a ladies basketball pickup tournament at YMCA Institute in Wandegea, Kampala, where the event converged several groups, including participants with disabilities and girls from South Sudan, showcasing diversity and inclusion in all the sports.
be here. I'm excited. Your games. I've never been for a basketball game. So I'm really so happy. On behalf of government of Uganda, I'll tell the president to support basketball. You are big, and I've liked this team. I love the team in white. Where is the team in white? Sports is important. It helps unite us as Ugandans, and then as East Africa, and then as the world. Then sports is good for physical fitness. Sports is also good for income. Many play for professional basketball, and they earn a lot of millions of Uganda shilling and dollars. So whenever I see young people participating in sports, we feel very good. It is one of the avenues how we can empower young people and how we can make young people productive and active in society. By having this tournament, the Katie Rich ladies basketball pickup, I'm excited. And in a special I wish my sister Rachel a happy birthday.
A 15-year-old company, BuildNet, is redefining the hospitality and real estate landscape with an innovative approach to rival established markets like Dubai. BuildNet seems a hope for investors and renters, highlighting that business transcends profit, but with a niche to address community challenges and foster sustainable growth. Take a look.
This one-of-its-kind investment is designed around fully furnished, fully serviced, and fully managed hotel apartments.
BuildNet's latest initiative, the 8th-floor waterfront hotel apartments in Munyonyo, will exemplify its commitment to high-risk, high-reward business models. Dr. Isaac is putting together 49 investors to build a high-class, short-term rental hotel apartment.
It comes with 8.5% guaranteed return on investment. Then it is hassle-free. You don't have to do anything on it. You just have to wait for money to come to your account every month.
The rise of platforms like Airbnb has transformed Uganda's hospitality and real estate sector, contributing into rental income.
Condominium ownership is a unique type of joint ownership of property, yet to be fully understood in Uganda. It brings with it unique requirements of issues related to governance, maintenance, and the management of shared spaces. It is therefore crucial that as we proceed to launch another condominium project, that all players understand and comply to the obligations under the law to ensure harmonious living.
We have partnered with the best-in-class architects, contractors, engineers, and project managers based from South Africa, and they are going to deliver this project to the dot, to the highest quality desired and within the specified timelines.
So again, these structures have to be properly designed, because if they're not...
Wadulo Makanol for UBC News at the Sheraton, Kampala.
What do women...
Government has been urged to expand internet access and reduce costs to help young people find jobs. The call was made by Forex Bulls Academy, an organization that trains in online Forex trading. They say that many employment opportunities can be created through online platforms.
The Forex Bulls Conference converged young people from different parts of the country and abroad at Bible House, where the Forex Bulls Chief Executive Officer Daniel Ahichize led a session on the basics and benefits of Forex trading. Ahichize emphasized Forex trading offers as flexible, non-discriminatory system where anyone can work.
Trading is an online business, and that means anyone can trade as long as they have their phone or even a laptop. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're doing some other business or you're doing a 9-to-5, a normal job, you can still be able to trade. We have students who do trading part-time, but then we also have people who do trading full-time. So it's a business opportunity that anyone can get on. It doesn't matter whether they're employed or not employed at the moment, even students.
The youth learned techniques on overcoming challenges that keep some traders from profiting. Ahichize appealed to government on expanding internet access to rural areas and to lower costs to make it affordable.
I think the biggest part so far is, if it's for the government, it's the government recognizing trading as a business, because many people still think it's gambling, unlike in Kenya where it's regulated and all that. And I think it's a very good thing because not until we have that, then we still have doubts, we still have people not getting in because they think maybe it's not real or anything. But I've been in for a very long time. I've interacted with traders in Kenya. I've been in Kenya. It's regulated. It's a very big business. And I think for it to grow here, we'll still need that.
Other instructors at the conference highlighted the long-term benefits of forex trading, while participants shared how the training has empowered them on financial independence.
I wanted to come and hear from our mentor what he has to tell us, like this is what we have to have before we start trading. And he told us about the strategies, about trading with emotions.
Personally, I really enjoy the moment. I have learned a lot about trading, many strategies, about stop loss, about take profit, all of those things I didn't know before.
So today we've tried to help people and show them how can they use the internet and make money from it. And trust me, the way they've come here is not the same way they have left. We've showed them how you can actually analyze the market and make money from it. How can you manage your money once you're already in a losing trade or a winning trade.
Reporting for UBC News, I'm Charity Nahabwe.
One of Uganda's most sought-after social engagement, the English Premier League, has returned to action after the international break. Uganda Breweries Limited, through its Guinness brand that secured partnership with the league, ensured a feisty Guinness match day event for Ugandan fans. Take a look.
Jahaz Pier, which is one of Kampala's most lively happening places, has given English Premier League football fans a day to remember during the Mbale Oberfest. The Oberfest coincided with the return of the English Premier League after the international break, during which players represented their nations. On the return of the English Premier League, which is arguably the most eagerly awaited social event on Ugandan's calendar, there were 7 games on Saturday. There were victories for Tottenham, Aston Villa, Brighton, Leicester City, Everton and Manchester United that came from behind to beat Brentford 2-1, much to the delight of its fans.
Manchester United won today. Not a miracle, but a beautiful thing. Analysis from Rashford, who made his first assist in the season, and that beautiful touch from Bruno Fernandes. Oh my freaking days. Also, you see, Brentford was trying to change. They were trying to cheat us in the first half, but God was like, nah.
Whereas Manchester United fans were over the moon for their team's victory, it can't be said the same of Arsenal fans, whose team lost 2-0 to Bournemouth.
We should have done better. I think with the subs, we made a few mistakes here and there. But knowing Arsenal will bounce back and will do well.
The evening was alive with banter, bold predictions and loads of football trivia, where the lucky few walked away with exclusive Guinness-branded prizes. This Guinness Matchday experience is a relatively new venture for Ugandans and involves fun games and friendly rivalries, with the Guinness brand lighting the occasion. On top of celebrating the passion and excitement of the Premier League, members of the public stand a chance to win an all-expenses-paid trip to the UK to watch their favorite team live.
So right about now, twagala tulabe.
Iganga District Education Department has warned individuals against any examination malpractice as the country conducts UNEB exams at different levels. Now, Iganga District Education Officer Baker Kasadakawo urged the public to report such cases to police. The latest cases of examination malpractice was reported in Mitiana District involving 2 teachers, and reports show that a desire to avoid failure and lack of academic competence as major causes of examination malpractice in the academic system.
But allow me to inform you that education is a shared responsibility, and without your steadfast support, none of this would have been possible.
What can encourage them after exams? Where are they going? They should not visit the whole country, visiting the ants and the sengars. There are a lot of things outside there. Tell them, go to your daddy and your mom. They are the source of this issue.
I'm not confident of what they're doing are the ones who engage in the malpractice. Workplace is different because they teach the children, they believe in the children, and once they are taught, they must pass. So I just urge all the people, the teachers, and the parents to be vigilant and arrest, invite police, pick that one who is thinking, saying he has examination, so he can tell us where he got the examination.
Thank you so much for being a part of this bulletin. My name is Sharon Chomdisha from the team, and I have a lovely night and blessed week ahead of you, and may whatever you touch be blessed and turn it to God. Bye-bye. Good night.